And you folks on the retreat page were reviewing some of the videos about the last part of 2013, which indicated us and the Visionaries talking about the fact that it was an incline year for 2014. And the way we talked about that was the idea of a treadmill, right? When you want to change your body and you walk on a treadmill to do it, you put the settings so there's a little bit of an incline so that you have more resistance to work against or work with as you go about the process of desiring change, right? Incline year. And we would imagine if you all reflect back on 2014, you'd probably go, yeah, okay, that works for me. That feels like a pretty accurate description of what I went through. It definitely is true for Veronica, right? In our work, we went to Los Angeles, we went to Europe, we came back, we had the retreat, lots of big things happening, big doings, big new things happening. And that's just in the work that she does that publicly you see. Personally, lots of things happen too, to make it really real that the idea of an incline was appropriate. No, it wasn't, straight up and down, but there was definitely, it's one of those fancy treadmills. The changes, you program it, and every once in a while it's like, I'm in San Francisco. Every once in a while it's, I'm not in San Francisco. But all in all, there was an incline year. And we spent a lot of time making sure that you became aware of your relationship with uncertainty. And we gave you lots and lots and lots of guidance about how that relationship with uncertainty was an opportunity for major transformation. We feel like the majority of you really grabbed a hold of that, embraced the potential, and used it for your benefit. We definitely see tons and tons and tons and tons of progress around the idea that uncertainty doesn't mean danger, that uncertainty is opportunity, that uncertainty is where all creativity lives, and it's opportunity, right? So that was sort of the major hurdle, teaching moment, whatever you want to call it, for 2014. That's what we were really about. Because until uncertainty became a friendly place, a productive place, a creative place, a place where you could feel some sense of who you are, right? Instead of just being run by the survival instinct. Until that happened, the survival instinct was completely in charge. And free will was used to cope with the survival instinct rather than to choose transformation. That's sort of the summary, right? You have free will. Yes, you do. But if the survival instinct is so loud, telling you to be afraid all the time, and telling you that uncertainty is dangerous, and telling you all that stuff it was telling you, you lose the ability to use that free will for transformation. And all you get is coping. That's why most recently we started talking about the difference between coping and transforming. Because we can't really ever talk about transforming until you have the survival instinct relationship in the right place. So 2014 is the incline year, and it's the year of making peace with uncertainty. That's pretty much how we would summarize 2014. 2015, the energy of 2015, of course, is got to start with, I am a chooser. It's going to be a disruptive year, not destruction, but disruption. Now, sometimes you can say, well, it got disrupted, so it destructed. That is true. Like Veronica's involved in the publishing industry. The publishing industry is currently being disrupted, just like the music industry was disrupted a few years back. All of a sudden, people were buying music as MP3s instead of CDs, instead of tapes, instead of albums. And so the whole infrastructure that was built to support making albums and CDs and tapes got disrupted. And a lot of those companies and a lot of the people working in those companies no longer do that. And that may feel like destruction. Because if you've had a job for a long time and you don't have it anymore, you could say, I was destructed, not disrupted. It is in the eye of the beholder. right? If you stand back, you go, that industry was disrupted. If you're losing your job, you might say it was destructed, right? That's an example, so everybody knows the difference between those two words, especially for the folks that don't speak English as a first language. That might have been a little hard for them, so we wanted to give a better example. Your lives, your relationships, your attitudes, and your willingness to put up with victimhood is all going to be disrupted in 2015. That's the new disruption. It's ripe for it. It's ripe for disruption. One of the reasons the music and book industries were ripe for disruption is because they have been doing the same thing for a really long time, and they didn't choose to self-update. Disruption when you're going into level 7 and have no tolerance with victimhood and will not allow the familiar suffering of being triggered to be your playground means the people that you spend time with, the conversations that you have, the willingness to engage with others becomes an absolute top priority. That those relationships are extremely clean. And by clean, we mean energetically clean. You start to look around and go, I've been putting up with a lot of really weird crap from you for a really long time because I've known you for 30 years, but you know what? I am not growing because I know you. You are not adding to my life. You are not supporting my transformation, my growth. You're not helping me become a better man, a better woman, a better parent, a better friend. I'm not getting it from you, what I need to support me going forward. Can imagine if you're ready to open that door at level 6, are the people standing next to you helping you push it open or distracting you as you're trying to focus on turning the knob? Are they the noisy horde going, wait, don't be different, don't be this, don't be that? Or are you being, in this case, very entrepreneurial? Right? We talk about the employee entrepreneurial energy. And we've said that they're not based on your employment status, whether or not you're self-employed or work for somebody else. It's based on your relationship to uncertainty, how you want to handle uncertainty. Entrepreneurs feel uncertain and go and be creative to feel better. Employees feel uncertain and want structure to feel better. Neither one is wrong, it's just good to know which you are. The act of opening the door to level 7 is a very entrepreneurial activity because it's saying, even if I'm uncertain, I want something new. The employee mindset says, I'll listen to these people telling me about certainty. Certainty of familiar suffering, certainty of pain, certainty of victimhood, but I'd rather listen to them to hold still, to not challenge the survival instinct. There's how that piece comes back. Why should I walk through that door when I already know what's going on if I stand on this side? Well, you can rest in level 6 for the rest of your incarnation and you will be energetically supporting the evolution of man. You are not doing any harm. In fact, you're helping. You are on the positive force side of the equation. If all you do is stay in level 6 for the most you can for the rest of your incarnation, you are a force for good. Energetically. If you push into level 7, you're pushing the envelope. Literally, pushing the envelope forward. But if you just stay in level 6, you are a force for good. So there's no wrong or right here. There's simply the truth. The energetic truth. Right? The energetic truth. Just imagine yourself with your hand on that door. Right? And are the people standing next to you encouraging you and helping you and supporting you open it? You're all looking at the door. The image we have is everyone looking at the door, right? And you're reaching out for the knob. Or you're reaching out for the knob and you're looking behind you because the noise of the mob is pulling on you. Which one are you? Are you this one or are you this one? What are you permitting to go into your system energetically, emotionally, physically, mentally? What information are you spending your day exploring? Where are you getting fed? You know, they have that thing where they say, introverts recharge alone, extroverts recharge in a group. That's like a really quick and dirty way to look at introverts and extroverts. There's lots of other ways, of course. In this case, it's a little bit like that. What's recharging you? And when something isn't recharging you, disrupt it. Have the courage to disrupt that. That's going to be what we're going to deal with in 2015.